What is up, you guys? So we are back yet again, and today I am going to be reviewing Super Bomberman R for the Nintendo Switch. Now, let's go ahead and get started here. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about are the graphics, which, I mean, they didn't make a huge impact on the game. You're going to enjoy it or you're going to hate it, whether the graphics are good or not. And I gotta say, that's nice for a modern game to do. So I'm going to add 0.5 points to that. It's not, amazing graphically, but it does have a certain charm to the graphic style, and that's why I'm adding those points. So let's go ahead and get into what actually matters with the game, and that is the gameplay. Now, the controls were really easy to learn and didn't require hand-holding in the beginning, which I really like in games nowadays. So I'm going to go ahead and add 0.5 points for that, because it's really refreshing not to immediately go into a game and say, oh, this is how you do this, this is how you do this. No, you learn it as you play the game in this. However, as far as the gameplay goes, it does get repetitive really quickly, and that is something that I absolutely despise in games nowadays. So I'm going to go ahead and knock off a point for that, just because I buy this, $50 game, and I expect a $50 experience, whereas, I don't know, 1 hour in this might be worth $5 to me, but the more I play it, the less that value is. So that's just how I see repetition in games, and they could have done a lot more to change that. So let's go ahead and get into the story, which this sort of goes back to controls, but as you're playing the story, it goes ahead and teaches you everything you need to know about the game. There's no extra complex stuff added into the multiplayer, and I do like that. I do like that the story teaches you everything within the first level of the game, and it doesn't even have to tell you about anything that you pick up. Like, you're picking up power-ups, you use your bombs, and then you immediately figure out, oh, the little flame power-up gives me a bigger blast radius. The bomb power-up, it lets me put down more bombs at one time. And then the roller skate icon lets me move faster. It's really nice to see a game doing that, so go ahead and add on a point for that, which I think I already said. Now, with the story, how you do it is you play through, I think in the first level you got like 7 or 8 stages, where it's literally just kill enemies, step on switches. You have multiple things to do, but like I said, it does get very repetitive. However, you always have a cutscene at the beginning, and I absolutely love these cutscenes. They are just so great, like the way that they are animated, it really adds to the charm of the story. So I'm going to go ahead and give that 0.5 points, except I'm immediately going to take it away because the voice acting was absolutely terrible. I cannot get past the voice acting in this game. It is just cringeworthy how bad it is, especially since I paid $50 for the game, which I am never going to let you forget, because if I pay $50 for a game, I want a $50 game, not a $20 game. The missions that I was talking about, very repetitive, so gonna go ahead and knock off a point for that. I already know I said the game was repetitive, but even in the story mode, you don't escape from that. They do add a few different missions here and there, but it's nothing to lose your mind over. Let's see here, where am I at? Alright, at the end of the 7 or 8 missions, you always have a boss fight. And I really love the boss fights in this game, because the first stage of the boss is a regular Bomberman battle where you're on this grid-like structure and you're just trying to hit them with a bomb. That's all you gotta do. And they do have special bombs, like I think Magnet Bomber, his will chase you. The last Bomberman, his have different fuses, so you never know when they're gonna go off. And they do have different power-ups like that. And then after you get done with that, they'll transform into like this giant boss, and those are fun, but they can get a little bit challenging. And basically with the giant boss, like Magnet Bomber, you know, it's the one that I'm going to show in this video. He's got like a spider mech, and you basically have to blow up the legs, and then once that happens, he collapses, and then you just riddle him with bombs, really, and eventually his health will go all the way down. However, that is exactly how all the bosses are. You have to destroy one of their body parts, then they'll fall down, and then, you know, rinse and repeat. So some of them were clever, some of them not so clever. One of my favorite ones was, he was a like hologram, and you have to destroy the cameras, or projectors rather, in the different corners of the stage, and then he would fall down, and then you bomb him. But like I said, that's how every single boss fight went. You destroy something, they fall down, and then you bomb them. You know, it doesn't get any more complicated than that. Which, that's the only bad part about it, is that it falls into the repetitiveness. So the bosses, I'm going to go ahead and add on half a point, just because they are refreshing, but they do get repetitive as well. So that should bring our total up to 5.5, and that is going to be the final score for the game. You know, an average score is 5, so it's a little bit better than average, but honestly, I would not pick this up for any more than, I'm going to say 20, but I feel like other people might say only like 15 or 10. But I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope that it was helpful for you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.